Are you freaking kidding me? It looks like there's another one capitulating to the mob. Alright, a little bit of breaking news today, and it appears to be true. Might have heard the rumors already that Glock will no longer be shipping their current model pistols by November 30th. Welcome to Glock-tober. Backstory. There's a lot of lawsuits going on right now with Glock because of the ability to take their standard models that are out there, like their larger full-size models, and swap out some parts and pieces and make them fully automatic, the Glock switch, or whatever they call it. And yeah, it's a thing that can happen and you can do. And it's highly illegal and stupid. It's stupid that it's regulated, first of all, because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It's kind of enumerated in law. It's kind of a thing. But anyway, this is the world we live in. We have the laws that say you can't do that unless you're government or agency or contractors or foreigners or, you know, being supplied by NGOs in foreign countries to do bad things. Anyway, so it appears though that the rumor is that Glock is going to be stopping shipping of all their current models by November 30th. And that appears to be true. Based on Glock's website right now, I'm actually looking, they do not have a statement put out yet in regards to that, but there's not enough people in the industry with enough ties to know that through the distributors and stuff that yes, Glock is going to stop shipping their current models by November 30th. Are they trying to put themselves out of business? So what does that mean going forward? Does that mean there will be no more Glocks and anything like that available in the near future? Yes, it does. People are going to make a run on these things. You can bet your biscuits that panic buying of Glocks, current model Glocks on the shelves, is going to happen in the next couple weeks. If you don't already have one, Glock 19, Glock 17, something like a standard model, I'd suggest getting one. Definitely put it aside. But there's a lot of lawsuits going on, and I feel like the more lawsuits that the anti-gunners in this nation and the political activists across the nation put against gun companies, the more they capitulate, and shame on them for doing so. It does appear though that the Glock company is going to continue to make firearms going forward, so that's good, but they're going to have to innovate a way to change out the parts and pieces or eliminate the parts and pieces and redesign the parts and pieces within the pistols that make them easy to be converted into automatic weapons. So full auto rate of fire, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to get rid of that feature, I guess you could say, or the capability to capitalize on that feature that allows that. To me, it's just another example of gun industry cowardice, capitulation, and catering to the mob. And I don't agree with it at all. Now, private company like Glock, they haven't innovated for years like everybody says, so some of you are going to get your wish. Glock is going to be forced to innovate new features into their pistols. What does that actually mean for us going forward? There's really no way to tell. But as of right now, it does look like it's true. By November 30th, current model Glocks will no longer be shipping, and very shortly after that will not be available on shelves for quite some time. When they're going to ramp up production and put out the new V block models or the V models or whatever they're calling them for the new Glock line, who knows? That could take a while. Given the sheer volume of lawsuits being put against Glock, I on one hand can understand what they're doing. They're trying to save their product line and save their brand and not go bankrupt because of lawsuits, and just making a simple switch mechanically to their firearms that could eliminate all those stupid factors. But most recently, Glocks were banned pretty much ipso facto in California, signed into law by the governor and all that stuff, that basically banned the most commonly owned pistol in the United States of America and most Western countries, the Glock. This is bread and butter, peanut butter and jelly, mashed potatoes, you know what I'm saying? This is the most common pistol in use, I would say, in the world, honestly, in the Western world at least. The Glock, Glock 19, Glock 17, duty pistols of that nature, Glock 21s, etc., etc. They're the most common pistol in use anywhere. The pressure from the anti-gunners and their ilk and the capacity they have to do brand damage and eliminate rights that are enumerated and inherent to individuals, especially in places like California where they've outlawed these completely, basically banned them. It's ridiculous. It's insane. It's insane that the industry responds this way, that the gun companies respond this way. I understand to a degree why they do, because they're trying, again, to save their brands, to save their companies from going under, and trying to eliminate some of the, I guess, litigious backlash they get just for producing products that they produce. It's ridiculous, though. I think this is an outrageous situation. Not necessarily just that Glock is capitulating, because I think they are in some ways, but that Glocks, the most common pistol ever used ever in the last 30 years, are being banned in places like California, and other bans are going to follow. Other states are going to follow suit. And it's all just an attempt to disarm citizens. It has nothing to do with public safety. If they really cared about public safety, they'd quit sending jackbooted thugs armed with Glocks against the citizens for stupid crap that they should not even be there for to begin with. So it's not about safety. It's not about public safety. It's all about control. It's all about manipulation, and it's all about removing the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. It's 100% what it's about. And gun companies keep playing along with it. Shame on you. So Mr. Perfection here is going to have to adapt to a new environment and create something new, which might be cool. We might get a better Glock out of the deal. You never know. We could get better Glocks out of this whole deal. Better triggers, that kind of thing. They might actually work a lot better. Be a little more, easy to shoot. Whatever that means going forward, I'm not 100% certain, but that is, as of today, October 20th, 2025, the year of our Lord, a fact that Glock will be discontinuing shipping on their current generation and previous generation models on November 30th. Because of course they're going to. How do y'all feel about this? Leave it in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about this. What do you feel about when gun companies do something like that? When they so very obviously capitulate, basically give up, and bend over for the left-wing commie psychopaths out there that are trying to legislate and sue the gun industry out of commission. Basically is what they're trying to do. They're trying to sue the gun companies out of existence, and thereby taking your right to keep and bear arms away from you in the manner by which you choose. The right to keep and bear arms is not just about arms. It's about the arms in the manner that you choose, that are free from regulation or infringement. We no longer live in that world. We live in the world we live in now, where things are over-regulated, and the government's going to overreact, definitely, when it comes to you and your possession and carry and wear and use of these things. Because at the end of the day, they don't want you free. They want you ensnared, enslaved, and cowed, meek, compliant. It's a lot harder to make people compliant and meek if they have weapons as formidable as the government in their own hands. And that's kind of the point. The right to keep and bear arms, the Second Amendment, is a law specifically enumerating the capabilities and the right of the people to be as equally armed or better than the government. So they cannot be forced into unjust or tyrannical things. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. If you have one of these already, good on you. If you don't have one, I'd say get one. Honestly, if you can get your hands on one in the next couple months, it's probably going to get pretty spotty trying to get the Glocks for a while. There's going to be other gun companies out there that capitalize on that and start shipping even more and, kind of fill that market void. I think there's going to be a little bit of a market void going forward. So, here we are. That's where we're at. November 30th, current model Glocks will not be shipping anymore. They'll still be available for a while. And what the new generation Glocks will look like and how long that'll take to get to market, it is anybody's guess, but that's where we're at today. Let me know what y'all think. Write it down in the comments below. Whether you love them or hate them, these are extremely functional pistols. They're extremely reliable. They're great for self-defense. They have multiple uses and roles, and they're very easy to use. And they're just, up until now, ubiquitously available and ubiquitously serviceable. So we'll see how that all shakes out. Y'all be good. Stay sharp, stay safe, and protect yourselves.